Hello everyone, my name is Michael SK and welcome back to Robotics and Notes Elite. I believe we're going to be fixing up some robots in this episode. Yeah, there's a lot going on here in regards to the robot clinic. The doc is currently in the hospital due to a heart attack. He's deciding now's the time to shut her down after, well, I guess quite the history with pretty much how this place has changed. The whole deal with Junna, we got to see what really happened with her, how she was traumatized very, very specifically there. And she's also going through a lot as well. Just, she doesn't know how to process anything. She doesn't know how to leave the Robotics Club. There's a lot going on here with this family, it seems like. But I think it is robot fixing time. Also, did I not respond on Twitter? I thought I did. I guess I didn't? Unless it didn't save? I could have sworn I did. But, okay. I mean, we're here, I suppose. I actually don't even think there's anything we can respond to right now. Okay, yeah, we did do this. We did. I guess it just doesn't save. Interesting. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure we've done all this. Like, we don't even need to specifically respond to this one with any correct choice. It's whatever we want here. Yeah, live without regrets. Let's go with that one. I like that. What did we respond with here? I have my own reasons. It's a secret. Don't push Junchan too much. I will help. I think, okay, yeah, we answered with, yeah, we did this. We did this. We've already seen all this. Okay. Well, there we go. It just doesn't save. Since we decided to repair Doc's robots, we first need to select which ones we're going to fix up. Considering Doc's condition, we don't have a lot of time. Since time is of the essence, we obviously can't afford to fix all 9 of them. Upon making my suggestion, Akiho and Junna look at me bewildered.
小次郎くんってどれ？
知らない。
知らないのに名前は知ってるの？
ああ、水香さんからちらっと聞いたんだよ。あの9体の中でも子供たちの人気ナンバー1は小次郎くんだったってね。
That's a total lie, of course. I mean, we have to say something. Although they both don't seem to really buy my explanation, neither of them objects. Which means they probably don't care which robot we fix. The main problem is identifying Gojiro-kun. And so we send Junna inside the shop to search for info regarding Doc's robots. Akiho and I take each robot out of storage to check whether there are any names written on them. Of the 9 robots, some have wheels for ease of movement and some don't. The former are fairly easy to move around. Inevitably, we begin by checking the wheeled units first.
Kai, これ見て。
As I investigate a red robot that looks like it's sitting in a chair, I saw that its pedestal had wheels on the bottom, only for Akiho to call me right after. There's a removable lid on the back where the very small wiring is stored. All of these wires have been cut, as if someone took a pair of scissors to them and deliberately severed each cable individually.
おかしいと思った。このロボットたち壊れたんじゃないよ。野ざらしで放置されてたならともかくね。倉庫に数年置いてあっただけで動かなくなるような繊細な機体には見えなかったもん。これ意図的に動かなくされたんだ。
By the doc himself.
ドク自身の手で殺されたロボットたちか。
殺されたなんてそんな言い方。
間違っちゃいないでしょ。
どうしてこんなことを。
さあね。
On the flip side, I've discovered a much more important truth. I look at the lid I removed from the robot. A plate was affixed to its back with the robot's name and date of birth neatly engraved onto it. And this red robot's name was Sakuro. Sakuro? I wonder what kanji you'd use to write that. Never mind, it doesn't matter. I found a way to identify the bots. All I have to do now is figure out which one of the remaining 8 is Gojiro. Shouldn't be too hard. Unfortunately, the robot I needed, Gojiro-kun, wasn't self-propelled. It was a yellow robot mounted firmly to a pedestal. Its primary function is to apply stamps. We had to remove it as a candidate for repair due to the frustrating reason that he'd be too difficult to carry outside. In its place, we chose Yoshiro-kun. Since the nameplate only has Yoshiro's name written in Roman letters, I have no clue what the kanji are.
なかなか男前だよね。
今初めてアキちゃんの美的センスに疑問を持ったよ。
Yoshiro-kun has a blue body and it's designed to stand upright. Due to the wheels installed underneath its feet, everything below the ankles looks oddly gigantic, including the shoes. It's about 2 meters tall. The arms are very thick, but I'm pretty sure the only parts that move are the shoulder joints. On the other hand, it's possible that his arms are just for decoration, just like the Robotics Club's beloved Model 1. In the center of the chest is a patrol light, a callback to the hero that can only fight for 3 minutes before vanishing. Would it light up after 3 minutes passed? The facial design is similar to the other 8 robots, but each one has a slightly different expression. Yoshiro-kun, he wears a bright smile with a wide open mouth. The eyes are large and bulge outward. Upon taking a closer look, the left eye's transparent cover was cracked. It has a protruding triangular nose, patrol lights for ears, and a horn resembling an antenna. In the center of its eyes are miniature light bulbs with reflective mirrors, like the ones that you would find in a flashlight. Inside the mouth were several LED lights lined up inside a transparent plastic case. The ears are made of yellow patrol lights. This thing must be pretty lively when everything's up and running. But I could see how it'd be creepy if it suddenly burst to life in the dark.
で、これ直せそう？
Oh, look, we've got more Twitter stuff. Robot doctor killing robots. Doctors should be fixing them. This is just too sad. What is your favorite robot? Okay, this is what we gotta respond to, I believe. Let's see. I have multiple is what we have to respond with. And there we have that. Easy going.
どうかな。
Akiho peers inside Yoshiro-kun's back. There's a bunch of cords haphazardly jammed in there.
この子も他の子と同じようにコードが意図的に切られてる。他に致命的な故障は見当たらなかったような。あ、体がちょっとへこんでるのと目が割れてるのは多分転倒したせいだと思う。そんなわけでコードさえ交換すればまた動くようにはなると思うんだけど、ただコードはかなりの本数なんだ。全部ハンダ付けされてるから、それを新しいものに取り替えるだけでも結構骨が折れそう。
頑張ってね、アキちゃん。
カイも手伝うの。あとジュンもね。
Speaking of Junna, she somehow managed to vanish before either of us could notice. We had her looking for any documents that would help us identify the robots' names, but her and her scooter are nowhere to be found. It must have been really painful to come here. Or could it be that seeing the robots is far worse? Either way, was it all right for her to have left the shop keys with us?
そうだ。どうせなら遠隔操縦できるようにしよう。
おいおい、改良する気？さすがにそこまでやっちゃうとさ、ドクも許してくれないんじゃないの？
オプションメニューだよ。普段は自立行動できる。でもスイッチを切り替えれば遠隔操縦もできる。
簡単にできるわけ？
多分キルバラシステムとか導入するよりはよっぽど楽だよ。全身交代、ターン、あと手を動かすのと目や耳の点灯で喋る。それくらいならラジコンのプロポでできるし、プログラムも単純だからフラウボーの手を借りる必要もないはず。
アキちゃんが珍しく頼もしく見えるよ。
いや、これでもロボ部の部長なんだよ、うちは。
Yeah, I'm not surprised that she has a better understanding of what's easy and what isn't here.
種子島新さんを改良したのだってうちだし、それくらいの基本的なことはこの2年で先輩たちに教えてもらったんだから。これくらいの単純な機構ならうちだってやれるはず。
Oh boy.
ま、それは任せるよ。ちなみにさ、ゴジロウくんも直せたりしないかな？
ゴジロウくんを直すより自走式の、例えば秀三郎くんとかを直した方がいいよ。カイ、なんでそんなにゴジロウくんにこだわるの？
いや、それはほらあれだよ。ゴジロウくんがこの中じゃ一番かっこいいかと思ってね。
Man, I'm gonna have to get the thing up and running all by myself, aren't I? I mean, it's our goal here.
順にはこの基板のハンダ付けを全部外して新しいものに付け替える作業をしてもらいます。
Alright, new day, new tweets, and there is nothing that we need to specifically respond with for any of them for quite a while, actually. It's not until the 26th, and I think that is when we go report hunting, so we're almost there. Don't disgrace gun barrel. Played 30 minutes, 7-0. Recently, I've been itching for those blueprints, and surprisingly, I'm getting motivated to fix them up. The same thing happened with Gun Build 1. Throwing robots away is not acceptable. You are the one who told me that, Doc. You good? What happened? What am I doing here? If the only reason you're here is because you were told to be, then I don't think you should bother. You're here at Robo Clinic, which means you care. You are worried about Doc. That should be enough. Don't overthink it. Let's go with that. I mean, it is the truth, right? Akiho is holding Yoshiro-kun's circuit board in her hand. There are numerous wires tightly packed and soldered onto it.
それ全部？もちろん。
The next day, Akiho had acted quickly. She went out of her way on a weekend to go to Kamada Motors in Nakatane to buy new wires and miniature lights. She then came straight to the clinic to remove all of Yoshiro-kun's wiring. And now it's nearly sunset. Junna and I finally have something to do.
うちは新しく遠隔操縦のための回路を組み込むから。純の作業は重要だよ。吉郎くんの神経をつなぎ直すんだからね。で、回は電球の付け替え。それが終わったら純のサポートね。
Junna hands me an electric desoldering pump. It looks like a power drill, but the tip has an electric heating component, and it uses a motor for suction. I guess you use this to melt down the hardened solder and then suck it up. Junna's not afraid of the circuit board, just the robot it came from. She apparently handles chores around the house, so she's good with her hands. She has no issue picking up the process quickly and reproducing it without a word.
今日一日で仕上げなくてもいいからね。
Despite Akiho's words, Junna quietly and indifferently continues her work. Damn, we're getting right to it. Day after day. The next day, the three of us have all been fully immersed in our tasks ever since the sun came up. We've been taking full advantage of the holiday. Having said that, I already finished replacing all of the lights yesterday. So what have I been doing now that I'm done, you ask? I've been secretly trying to fix Gojiro-kun's power circuitry by watching and imitating Akiho. But it's much more difficult to work in the dark storeroom. Junna finished before nightfall, so Akiho took the circuit board and installed it onto Yashiro-kun. It was going to be the second time the thing had opened its eyes, but damn, I can't use my Pokecom. Despite taking notes beforehand, Akiho ended up miswiring the entire thing, and everything went to hell after that. She lost track of what connected to where, and we ended the day with Akiho on the brink of tears. Okay, I guess we're just going so quick through the days, fast forwarding if you will. And now we're with Junna. I ride my scooter south down the highway. Driving on such a wide road like this scares me a little. Numerous cars zoom past me at really high speeds, and I can't help but flinch whenever one does, praying they don't hit me. Akiho-chan has me running an errand for her. Operation Repair Grandpa Fujita's robots hasn't been going all that well, but we're still making progress more or less. Since yesterday, Akiho-chan's been testing the wiring to see if it's all connected properly. I guess she's checking each wire one by one to make sure they're working using something called an electrical tester. I had already finished my job, and since I didn't have anything to do, Akiho-chan sent me on a new mission for the day. I'm heading to buy a speaker. Since I'm terrified of robots and can't bring myself to go anywhere near them, I'm grateful that she gave me a task I could actually handle. Even now, my knees start shaking when I look at those robots. I'm ashamed of myself, but no matter what I do, I just can't get over the memories of the accident. I park my scooter in front of the robot clinic and take off my helmet. Akiho-chan is waving at me from the storefront.
買ってきてくれた？うん、 その西の表のホームセンターまで行って。ごめんね、遠出させちゃって。
I hand Akiho-chan the speaker in question. I say speaker, but it's not the type that you would use to listen to music. It's a unit, apparently.
吉郎くんのスピーカーユニットね、取り外されちゃってて声が出なかったの。これを代わりに装着すれば喋るようになるよ。そうなんだ。
I don't really want to hear about that very much. My memories of the incident re-emerge and I quickly shut my eyes.
ジュン？ヤシオくんは？裏の倉庫。ゴジロウくんを直してるみたい。なんでそんなにゴジロウくんにこだわるんだろうね。さあ。ところでジュン、部長としてもう一つ頼みたいことがあるんだけどな。何かな？お使いなら言ってくるけど。お使いじゃなくて、吉郎くんを修理した後のこと。うちらが吉郎くんを修理してるのはドクに元気になってもらうため。そうでしょ？そのためには修理した吉郎くんをドクに見てもらわなくちゃ。遠隔操縦を導入したのもそのためで、そのオペレーターなんだけど。
Akiho-chan looks straight into my eyes. She's always like this. She's looking straight into my soul. Those eyes of hers sparkle so brightly like dazzling stars. And because of that, in an attempt to escape her radiance, I look away.
逃げないで、ジュン。
With a squeeze, Akiho grips my hands tightly. She always does this too. And just like that, my escape route has been blocked off. That's not fair. When she corners me like this, she knows that I'm too weak to say no to her. Even though I always tell myself, you need to tell her no. I can't help worrying about what others might think of me when I speak. What if I refused and she hated me after that? What if she never wanted to talk to me again?
オペレーターはジュンにやってほしい。
Honestly, I'm pretty sure that would help the doc. Like, it would show that, like, hey, everything is okay. Like, no regrets. Everything is it's fine, you know? No hard feelings.
ロボが怖いのはわかるけど、この役目はきっとジュンしかできないし、ロボットのこと好きになってもらいたいの。無理だよ。
I shut my eyes tight and force Akiho-chan's hands off of mine. I can't believe I just did that. She hates me now. She's gonna kick me out of the group. These thoughts keep me from saying another word. Akiho-chan, on the other hand, looks surprised for a moment before she tearfully clings to me.
ジュン、お願い。無理なの。こればっかりは私できないよ。ごめん。私店の中にいるね。
At least she's going to the shop now. Like, at first she wasn't. Like, she was just too afraid, but now she's definitely going in. I nearly ripped myself out of Akiho-chan's grasp and rush inside the shop. Deep breaths. Damn, when will I learn not to drink and try to talk at the same time? Hopefully I cut that out. My heart is pounding. I said no. I usually get swept up in whatever she says, but not this time. I feel like I've grown at least a little bit. But that's just a lie. A lie, goddamn. I'm still running away. I haven't changed at all. The shop is completely silent. My ears begin to ring. I feel like I'll hear Grandpa Fujita screaming at me at any moment. I cover my ears to stop the deafening silence. Well, I guess she still has her problems. But I want to say that she is making some progress here in this whole situation. This robot's build is simple. I think even I can do it. It being simple, there we go, is very nice. Maintenance is so much easier. Then you should have made Model 1 simple too. It still goes way over my head. You actually can do maintenance. Respect. Let's go with this one. This one's alright. Damn, Twitter is just dry. Repairing Gojiro-kun proves to be more difficult than I anticipated. While getting advice from Akiho, I'm trying to make the bare minimum repairs necessary to get it running again. However, it still ends up taking me days just to figure out which wires for the power. Working in this ridiculously dark storeroom is hardly making things any easier. And to add insult to injury, Gojiro-kun has no wheels, so I can't get it outside easily. I'll just have to manage on my own. Oh hey. Well, at least we have some support, I guess. Irie's been cheering for me since I started doing work here. I wish I could be as carefree as her. But no, here I am, killing myself over this stupid flag. Regardless, all that's left is to solder one final wire under the motor. And if the motor itself is busted, well, I'm gonna choose not to think about that. I continue working using a flashlight as my only source of light. And at last, the soldering job is complete. When did I get so sweaty? It's actually pretty nice outside these days, but this storage room is stuffy as hell.
よし、できた。
完成ですか？すごいです。
まったく無駄な時間を費やされたよ。
I'd have been doing nothing but grind and kill Ballad if it weren't for this flag. Anyhow, this should do the trick. It might not move perfectly, but it should at least power on.
電源コードはどこだ？
I searched the floor with my hands.
入りはわからないです。
期待してないよ。
Okay, that was weird. It's not long before I find the cable in question. I grab it and plug it into a power strip. I hold my breath and switch Gojiro-kun on. But it doesn't move a muscle.
あれ？おかしいな。
I turned the power switch on and off and tried disconnecting and reconnecting the power cable a couple times.
なんでだ？これでいけるはずなんだけど。
At this point, I have no idea what the issue is. I'm not skilled enough to be able to troubleshoot this sort of problem. If this last-ditch effort doesn't work, I'll just have to come back another day. Crossing my fingers, I decide to take a look at the power strip itself. The strip in question came from the robot clinic and has an extension cable about 3 meters long. I was hoping that maybe the main power cable was just unplugged or something. I stand up and start walking with my flashlight in hand. My foot catches on another robot. I trip over it and fall over dramatically. Damn, it is so easy to fall in here. Dust goes flying all over the place, causing me to cough up a storm. I then look up to find one of Doc's robots about to topple on top of me. I'd rather not get flattened. My body reacts fast, and I manage to brace myself and catch the robot before it topples over. It's heavy, but not so heavy that I can't hold it up. I grit my teeth as I return it to its standing position.
焦った。
大丈夫ですか？アキホを呼んできましょうか？
いや、いいよ。
I take a seat to catch my breath, and as I lean back, my hands brush against something on the floor. I pick it up. What is it? It's absolutely covered in dust, whatever it is. It seems to be a picture frame of some sort. There's very clearly a photo inside of it.
なんでこんなところに？
Did Doc drop this? I blow off most of the dust and wipe off the rest so I can get a better look at the picture. Aw, man. God damn it, bro. This shit is sweet. Yeah, I have a feeling that this whole predicament, like, it broke his heart. Just, he wasn't the same after. The fact that he pretty much had to give up his dream direction for the shop after all this went down, I mean, damn. Yeah, no wonder the heart attack was like the final straw. He's just gonna handle it anymore. How do I get my thing back up? There we go. Oh god. That's when I hear an odd voice coming from outside. A very robotic, monotone voice. Did Akiho finish Yoshiro-kun's repairs? I head out of the storage room, photo in hand. Yep, looks like it.
Aki-chan.
Akiho is standing in front of the blue robot, wiping the sweat off her forehead in satisfaction.
カイ、どう？スピーカー交換したらちゃんと喋ったよ。
Its eyes, mouth, ears, and chest lights shine brightly. as its thick arms swing up and down at regular intervals. Yeah, it kinda sucks though.
おお、喋ってる喋ってる。
Like, it's kinda talking, but not very clearly.
でも、ちゃんとじゃないよね。
ちょっと接触悪いのかな。後で調整する。それより見てよ、このヨシロウくんの素晴らしさ。腕の機構もちゃんと生きてたんだよ。すごいんだからこれ。歯車で腕を動かしてるの、まるでからくり人形みたい。
なかなか愛嬌あるけど、動きはあんまり面白くないね。
There is something kind of charming about it. All it does is swing his arms up and down and say a couple of words.
でもきっと子供たちにとっては最高のお友達に。あれ、ジュン？
I follow Akiho's gaze to find Junna standing in the distance, a shocked expression on her face. Something's wrong. She's staring at Yoshiro-kun, trembling. Well, yeah, they don't know that this is the one that fell on top of her.
そいつだ。
What did she say? Yoshiro-kun continues to speak with his distorted voice. Junna's expression darkens and she curls up into a ball. She starts shaking her head violently.
あの時、私は押したの。そいつ。
アキちゃん、とりあえずこのロボ喋るの止めて。
ちょっと待って。
Akiho is fumbling to try to open the back lid, but because she's panicking, she can't quite get it open. Junna uncharacteristically raises her voice. No, it's closer to a scream.
ジュンちゃん、落ち着いて。アキちゃん、早く止めてってば。
わかってるよ。
Finally, Akiho manages to turn it off. The light vanishes from Yoshiro-kun's eyes, but by then, Junna is already sprinting toward the highway. All we can do is watch, excuse me. Even if we tried to run after her, we'd probably collapse before we got even close. We stand no chance against a real athlete. I sigh and glance down at the picture frame I picked up inside the storage room. It's an old photo of Junna, Doc, and Yoshiro-kun standing next to each other happily. The next day, let's see what's new on Twitter. How was yesterday? Are you coming to school today? Can I come visit you at class? Played 15 minutes, 2-1. Damn it. Huh. Thinking about it, the club members haven't come to pick up the clubroom keys recently. Wonder what they're doing. Yeah, what are we doing? Let's get this here little geotag. The very elusive geotag, the one that's always changing. After school, Akiho comes stumbling over to my desk.
ジュンがいよいよ突きつけてきたよ。
何を？
退部届。
Well, I saw that coming eventually. You can submit those online, but she apparently went out of her way to write it out on paper. So this is her way of being clear about her intentions, huh? How very Junna.
ほら、昨日のことがあったからね。今日は朝から何度もジュンの教室まで行ったんだけど、もうロボ部やめるとしか言わなくて。しかもね、昼休みなんか三井さんと山本さんがガードしてきて、ジュンとはまともに話せなかったし。
三井と山本って誰？
ジュンの友達。
Ah, that one tough-looking girl in the hothead.
もしかして退部届はあの二人の入れ知恵かな。
You know, I do remember them from the beginning. Actually, I was just thinking about them.
どうしようかい。退部届はね、受け取らずになんとか逃げてきたんだけど、このままじゃジュンにロボを好きになってもらうどころか、余計嫌いになってロボ部をやめてっちゃうことに。
I lightly tapped the dejected Akiho's shoulder.
アキちゃん、俺さ。
何？
今日ちょっと用事あるんで、ロボクリニックには後から行くわ。
God damn it.
何それ？用事って？
しよう。
ジュンのところに説得に行ってくれないの？
昨日の今日だし、しばらく様子見た方がいい。いい格言を教えてあげるよ。押してダメなら引いてみろってね。
それ恋愛の格言か何かじゃなかった？
I flash her a smile and silently exit the classroom. How very Mitchy of us. Akiho continues to whine behind me, but I head out as her complaints bounce off my back.
さてと。
I lean against my scooter and whip out my Pokecom. That personal business is this: locating Kimijima Report number 4. After Junna left yesterday, I kept making adjustments to Gojiro-kun until I got him working. I only managed to get his lights to turn on. His stamping function was long dead. Even so, that was enough to set the flag according to Irie. I finally managed to set all of the Report number 4 flags, which means the report's AR annotation should be visible somewhere. It's taken me almost an entire month to get this far. I've been through a whole lot. Now I've just got to find the damn thing. Yeah, you're right, it has been a month. Honestly, it's only been a few episodes for us, but yeah, I mean, it has been a month here in game.
愛理ちゃん。
I wait until the students nearby leave and then call for Irie. A moment later, Irie cheerfully responds. I immediately tap her forehead to summon Sister Centipede.
アクセスを確認しました。ゲシネモードに移行します。
君島レポートナンバー4はどこにあるか予測はつく？
No?
フラグから判断するのが近道かと思われます。ナンバー4のフラグのうち、位置が特定できそうなものは以下の3つです。フラグその2、種子島の4カ所のおすすめポイントから撮影したロケットの打ち上げ写真をイルオにアップロードする。おすすめポイントの4カ所は以下の通りでした。長谷展望公園、宇宙が丘公園、七色坂観望台、竹崎展望台、フラグその3、ロボクリニックに保管されている五次郎くんを起動する。ロボクリニックは中種町と南種町の境、長谷の交差点付近にあります。フラグその4、ジオタグを付与した火縄銃を1発以上試射する。種子島には火縄銃に関する記念碑や歴史的な遺物を展示する場所が複数存在します。
全部回ろうと思うとかなり分散してるから時間がかかる。いくつか場所を絞り込みたい。
以上の条件から絞り込むとすれば、ロボクリニック、長谷展望公園、宇宙が丘公園、門倉岬、種子島宇宙センター、そのあたりが妥当かと思われます。
With that info, I'll just check out each place one by one until I find it.
じゃあ、行くとしますか。
I really hope the AR annotation will show itself at one of these locations. I guess I'll use the... Yeah, okay, we get it. Yeah, it's time to... Oh, that's not it. That is not the right app. I know. There we go. All right, so wait, what were our options? Actually, okay, there they are. So these 5 locations here. I mean, if I had to choose, I don't know what the guide says. I'm going to look right now. I'm not going to go to each one trying to scope out all these locations. However, I want to say it's probably the robot clinic, right? Like, that makes the most sense. Well, maybe, kind of. It is located at... I was close. It's actually right here at this park. Okay. Works for me. See what we can go find, I suppose. But yeah, we're right to it, man. Like, we're not too many episodes away from the first time that we went report hunting on our own for report number 3. It really was not that many episodes ago. Okay, let's do on Twitter, actually. I'm going to Robo Clinic solo today. I thought Kai was getting motivated, but that was only in the beginning. Repairing was fun, seeing them fix was fun, but right now, I'm just feeling sad. If it's hard, you can quit. This has nothing to do with your dream. Aki-chan, just keep being yourself. Staying positive for no good reason is your best quality. If it's... Wait. Why so down from just a club quitting notice? Robotics Club had just 2 members. Nothing to panic about. Let's go with this. Feels very in character. Ooh, we replied on Tweepo 100 times and got a achievement for it. Lovely. All right. Let's see what we can find here. Actually, am I even able to like look yet? Ah, shit. I forgot that it's not just going to easily pop up either, is it? Wait. Right here. I knew it. I saw like a little distortion. There we go.
Kimijima Report ナンバー4を取得しました。
Yeah, I had remembered that we have to kind of like look for it. That one was a little tricky there, but yeah, zooming in and kind of focusing on like the one thing that's here kind of helped. Perfect. I'll just go ahead and read it now. There's no one to be found in this gigantic park. Makes sense. It was a park built for watching rocket launches after all. I guess this place makes sense because, yeah, it is for the rocket launches, it's pretty wide open, and it's close to the robot clinic. It's way too big and there are only a few pieces of playground equipment. Locals would never come here on a weekday. I lie down on the grass and pull up the report on my Pokecom. Oh, time for that reading material. No choking again. Okay. There is not a single company that is more familiar with propaganda than the Tavistock Institute. The Institute alone possesses at least 1 century's worth of research at minimum. The true value and purpose of such knowledge displayed itself in the 1900s during World War I and World War II, and what the Institute does is guide individuals to follow in the direction of the group's will and to abandon their own... Wait, what? Their own success of such guidance... What the fuck? Why does it do that? To abandon their own, the success of such guidance can be attributed to the government's assistance during war times, but when utilized in times of peace, it proved far less effective. Realizing this, they withdrew and began research into how to subtly invade the unconscious of man in everyday life. Utilizing this knowledge, it became obvious that the Committee of 300 was able to control major media networks all over the world thanks to their connections with Tavistock. The subliminal messages one would find on various TV broadcasts, the one that faced controversy for a time, were an immature prototype of propaganda that barely qualified as brainwashing. In recent years, they have abandoned such practices, instead electing to wait in the shadows for any opportunity to guide the minds of men as they go about their everyday lives. This is not something to be dismissed merely as someone else's problem. This is something that applies to you who are reading this report as well. You are in a position where you must take great caution in your everyday life. No matter where they lie, they will erode everyone and everything. This battle is not being fought on a massive scale in manners such as public opinion, but on the level of individual consciousness. You have to understand that the ideas you thought you decided on of your own volition were instead chosen for you while they peered into your thoughts. It is dangerous to trust your own thoughts 100% of the time. I would recommend that you decentralize your thoughts to reduce the risk of brainwashing. My predictions are not ones that can be applied to the societal level, but only to the personal level. Although data sharing systems via cloud computing are essential to society's infrastructure, neither corporations nor media truly know the serious danger lurking within. Despite the fact that all risks that were previously decentralized have now been concentrated in a single location, the standards of computer security remain unchanged. Because of this, major leaks of personal information are inevitable, and these standards must be acknowledged and addressed quickly in order to avoid such occurrences. Project Mars is, in essence, unaffiliated with Project Atom. It is merely a project running parallel to it, and both projects are authored by the Committee of 300. Should circumstances permit it, there is a chance both projects will be combined to perform simultaneous terrorist attacks. Excuse me. If that were to happen, human society would plunge deeper and deeper into chaos. As of 2009, Project Mars does not pose a threat. The project is still in its experimental stages, but within 10 to 20 years from now, the situation will undoubtedly change. I truly hope that society has not been I don't know what that word is. Inundated? I have no idea what that word is. I don't even know what it means, honestly, so fuck me, right? With the horrifying entities known as robots. But my fear lies in the fact that the Tavistock Institute is capable of tricking every human being on Earth into believing their presence to be a popular trend. So such an event is indeed possible. Don't you hate it whenever there's like a word that just you can't say? You just can't. But I've brought this up before. I was like way worse whenever I was first recording visual novels. I could just not speak any word ever, it just seemed like. It was fucking awful. The primary objective of Project Mars is a robotic uprising. It is a vulgar idea that seems as if it was ripped straight from a science fiction novel, but you cannot foolishly disregard it or laugh it off as such. Depending on the situation, robots could easily replace humans. If Project Adam were to fail in 2015, the next major solar storms are predicted to arrive in 2019 and 2020, and after that, the sun will enter a period of stability for a short while. In other words, this period of maximum solar activity is a convenient trigger for the Committee of 300. It would not be an incorrect assumption to say that for the next decade, Earth will be a favorable testing ground for the Committee of 300. You need to be suspicious of abnormal weather phenomenon, of course, and if possible, collect data of any unusual instances that do occur. Such data will surely show traces of Tavistock. What did I just read?
前から思ってたけど、君島光さんって話が長いタイプだったでしょ。もっと要点まとめてほしかったな。
ヤシオさんは読書が苦手なのですか？
読書も勉強も苦手だよ。だからこのレポート読むのは結構きつい。
There's no more info in here about the exoskeleton company. That's honestly the only thing I cared about. That said, there are a few things that I found interesting.
ロボットブームがタビストック研究所によるプロパガンダの結果かもしれないっていうのは面白いな。
I mean, robots exploded in popularity over the last 10 years. People like to say that the Gunbarrel anime was the trigger for it all, but...
でもガンバレルの最終話にはサブリミナル映像が含まれてたんだっけ？
Uh-huh. Which means that Gunbarrel itself could have been a vehicle for propaganda. But why? I mean, shit, it worked on people like Akiho, so... To make Project Whatever a success? How does that have anything to do with robots becoming more popular? It's just like the report said, the whole robot rebellion shtick was fake news, so...
ゲジネーの感想は？
ゲジネーは感想を言う立場にはありません。よってヤシオさんの質問にはノーコメントとさせていただきます。
あっそ。
This sucks. Maybe I should give Frau a call. The last time I saw her was back when the final episode leaked, it was about a month ago in game, holy shit. Yeah, she's been completely MIA for a long fucking time.
ゲジネー、次のレポートのフラグを教えてよ。
君島レポートナンバー5の AR アノテーションを可視化するためのフラグをダウンロードします。完了。レポートナンバー5のフラグをお伝えします。
Yeah, the first one we have to have flag
君島
for,
レポートナンバー
report
4を
for.
発見している。ゲジネーより注釈。フラグ1はすでに達成済み。
Again, we're pretty much always a quarter of the way there, so it's more like we've got 3 flags to deal with.
旧種子島空港の滑走路。ポイント A からポイント B までを5分以内に走り切る。
What the fuck?
ポイント A およびポイント B の詳細な地点についてはマップを参照してください。
もしかして滑走路の端から端までとか言わないでよ。そんなの俺死んじゃうから。
ヤシオさんの推測が正解です。滑走路の端から端までおよそ1600メートルを走る必要があります。
1600 meters. So, 1.6 kilometers there. What is that in miles? Is that approximately 1 mile? To do a mile in 5 minutes?
勘弁
Just
して
about?
よ。俺の中学時代の1500メートル持久走の記録知ってるわけ？
Hold up, guys. I gotta look that part up. Yeah, like, I'm an American, so, you know, it is what it is. We all know this, I'm sure. Yeah, it's about a mile. So I was kind of right there. I used to do cross country, so I know a little bit of kilometers to miles.
7分超えだよ、7分超え。
I was literally second to last among my male peers, excuse me.
2分縮めるなんて無茶でしょ。
Plus, with my current health situation, I can't do intense exercise.
フラグ3
Sister Centipede completely ignores my sincere excuse and continues with a blank expression on her face.
中種町中央運動公園の陸上競技場トラックを60秒で周回する。
What?
っておいおい。
What the hell is up with this set? What kind of a hyper meathead series of flags is this?
4中央種子島高校弓道場で矢を的の中心に当てる。以上です。
Well, we're fucked again. I feel like I'm saying this like every time we get these flags. They're just fucking stupid. They're terrible, honestly.
ある意味これまでで一番きついフラグかもね。
Okay, but I will give it to Kaito. In this last set, he played them really smart. Obviously, with this robot fixing him up, that had to be done legitimately. But he was able to get that gun going. He was able to shoot it. That was good. That somehow worked out very well. And the other one, he was able to cheese it. So here and there, he is able to cheese some of these, and they're really smart. He's thinking outside of the box. I don't know how he's going to pull some of these off here, though.
台風が可愛く見えるレベルだ。ワンチャンすらない。お手上げ。
Yeah, this honestly kind of blows. As usual, info regarding the next report, number 6, is locked. My motivation is declining at a staggering rate. I don't even care anymore. Whatever happens, happens. I sigh and gaze up at the clouds as I stretch my arms and legs across the grass. Yeah, honestly, I truly feel like we're fucked here. But we'll leave our feeling of being fucked for the next episode if I can press the right goddamn button. But we do have a tip here. This location, which I don't think we've ever been to, Cape Karakura. It is a cape located on the southernmost end of Tanegashima. On August 25th, 1543, guns were introduced to Japan by a Portuguese ship that washed ashore on Cape Karakura. The cape now features a monument for this event, as well as Misaki Shrine, both of which are popular tourist destinations. Well, there we have it. Now that is a way to end an episode right there, is with some knowledge. Alrighty, well, we have our work cut out for us for the next report, but I do think that if it's going to work out the same way it did with the previous route, we do have a whole segment here, which I'm assuming is going to focus on Junna, but we could be surprised. I think what we're going to see here for the next episode or two is the game focusing on another character. And that'll be a route, and then we got to go back somewhere, and then we got to fast forward through the game in order to get over to phase 7? We're on phase 6, right? I think we're on phase 6, so if that is the same system, great, there we have it, but I guess we'll find out as we continue along. Thank you all for watching. Sorry I almost died earlier. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, all that fancy jazz, and I will see you all in the next one. Take it easy.